What is up, everyone? Zach Reger with SBD. What's up, everyone? Zach Reger with SBD here to give you my best bets, picks, player props for Super Bowl 60 between the Seahawks and the Patriots. We have made it to the big game, and I've got a lot of picks in this game. It's the last NFL game of the season. We have to make it count. I have one pick against the spread in this game, have to. And then 6 player props. Yeah, 6 of them. Like I said, last game of the year. And if you would like to bet along with me, I have links in the description to the sportsbooks that have the best odds. And right before I get into them, please like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Really appreciate everyone who has been subscribing and commenting all season long. We do a lot on this channel, not just football. We've got the NBA, of course, going on. College basketball, March Madness is right around the corner. College baseball, we've got a lot, so not just NFL action here, but it's been a great year. Let's keep that going here and finish the 2025-2026 season strong. So let's get into my pick against the spread, and I'm going against the grain. I'm going Patriots plus 4.5. It's at plus 100 right now at BetMGM. On paper, the Seahawks should absolutely blow away the Patriots, but I'm not going to discount New England in this game. Underdogs have been crushing it in the Super Bowl. They're currently on a 5-0 against the spread run in the big game, and they are also 18-6 against the spread over the last 24 Super Bowls. Underdogs are 8-0 against the spread in the last 8 Super Bowls when the over-under is under 50. And now I'm getting 4.5 points. This isn't a short field goal spread. I like the Patriots here. And also, fun fact, the team wearing white, which is the Patriots this year, has won 16 of the last 21 Super Bowls. Not taking that too seriously, but always a fun one to throw in there. But back to this game, the Patriots defense has really turned a corner this postseason. Getting Milton Williams back has been huge. They have been really tough to score on. And so I think these two teams actually match up a lot better than a lot of people are saying. I think this game will be a lot closer than expected. So I really like getting 4 points with the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And then heading to the player props. Got a bunch of them. Hunter Henry over 38.5 receiving yards at minus 120 at BetMGM. The Seahawks have given up the 3rd most receptions and the 5th most receiving yards per game to tight ends this season. Seattle has given up 63.9 receiving yards per game to tight ends. Henry has been a reliable target for Drake Maye, and this is a great matchup for him. He's gone over this number in 3 of his last 5. I'm not putting too much stock into that gross AFC Championship game in the snow where they weren't throwing the ball at all. So I think Henry is in a great spot to have himself a game. And then I also like Kenneth Walker over 2.5 receptions at minus 122 at FanDuel. It's Walker's backfield now with Charbonnet out. He's been getting it done on the ground, but he's also been getting it done through the air. He has at least 3 receptions in both playoff games this season, and he has at least 3 receptions in 4 of his last 5. New England has allowed the 5th most receptions to running backs this season. They're allowing 4.65 receptions per game to the running back position. The Patriots have been really good at defending the run. The Seahawks obviously want to get the ball in Walker's hands. I think it could be through the air in this matchup. And then looking to the other running back, Rhamondre Stevenson over 20.5 receiving yards at minus 130 at BetMGM. The Seahawks have given up 39.3 receiving yards per game to running backs, which is the 6th most in the NFL. Stevenson has gone over this number in 6 of his last 8. You look at some of the other props on the board, Stevenson over 2.5 receptions is juiced all the way down to minus 175. So the odds are saying it's likely he gets 3 receptions in this game. And with 3 receptions against the Seahawks, I think Stevenson clears this. He's been a trusted target for Maye coming out of the backfield. And we haven't seen Henderson on the field as much this postseason. And then sticking with the Patriots, Drake Maye over 37.5 rushing yards at minus 110 at FanDuel. If you've been following along this postseason, I love betting quarterback rush yards over. This one is moved. It was 35.5, 36.5. Got it at 37.5. Still like it as long as it's under 40. The Seahawks are middle of the league in terms of rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks, but they haven't played a ton of mobile quarterbacks of late. Maye rushed for 66 yards in the wild card round. Then he has 65 yards in the AFC Championship. He has gone over this line in 3 of his last 4. And why I love betting on QB rushing props in the postseason, it's because every yard, every play is so massive, matters so much. He's been quick to use his legs to scramble and get extra yards, and I don't think that will be any different in the big game. And then I like Cooper Kupp over 32.5 receiving yards at -110 at FanDuel. The former Super Bowl MVP has really come on of late for the Seahawks in 2 playoff games. Kupp has 9 receptions on 11 targets, and he has 96 yards. He has gone over 32.5 yards in 5 of his last 7 games. He's ready for this game, for the Super Bowl. He knows how to be successful here. And Jackson Smith-Njigba, of course, he's had a phenomenal season, but he will get Christian Gonzalez on him, and the Patriots will be game planning on him, focusing their attention on him, trying to limit his big plays. So the Seahawks need someone else to step up, and that someone has been Kupp for them of late. I think he can be in for a pretty big game here. And then my last player prop. This is just a little bonus, just a fun one we can all sweat out together, and that is Jake Bobo over 0.5 receiving yards at +180 at FanDuel. We're getting plus money for Jake Bobo to get 1 yard. Essentially, we just need 1 catch from him. He has a catch in each of the playoff games this year, including a touchdown against the Rams in the NFC Championship. He has 3 total targets through the 2 games, and he's shown up in some big moments in his time with the Seahawks, and it seems like every Super Bowl, someone that no one expects steps up, makes a big play. It could be Bobo in this game. We only need 1 yard, essentially 1 reception from him. At plus money, I think there are a lot worse bets on the board. So that's a fun one that we will be rooting for all game for Jake Bobo to get a yard. So those are my picks and player props for the Super Bowl. Thank you all again so much for a fun season. I have a touchdown scores video on the way as well. And I'll have a bunch more Super Bowl content up until kickoff. But let's have an amazing end to the NFL season.